Hello, my lovely, lovely audience. Welcome to What If Deku Had the Quirk? Sacrifice. I came up this. Came up. I came up. I came up this. I can't speak properly. Okay, I was watching a video of a game called Inscription. I recommend you check it out. It's a bit dark, but pretty cool. And I came up with the idea because one of the main mechanics in that game is where you use other creatures as sacrifices to summon other creatures. So like Yu-Gi-Oh, but a lot more bloody. So I'm just putting a disclaimer here. If you're lighthearted, do not watch. So in any case, let's get on with it. I'm instantly cutting to the Quirk Doctor. Ma'am, your son has an interesting quirk. Really? Like what? Ma'am, you see, he can't bleed out. And that's because of his quirk. Rapidly gains blood, too fast for him to bleed out. Wow, that's good. Except if he wants to use his quirk, he's gonna have to make the sacrifice of injuring himself. The more blood, the better. That's not so good. He can either strengthen himself or others. Oh, that's very not good. So, we've decided to call it sacrifice. So in any case, the more of a sacrifice he makes when it comes to injuries, the stronger he gets and the stronger other people he wants to become stronger get. So, here's a knife. If you tell your kid to carry it around, and if the other kids in the school ask him what his quirk is, cut himself. I'm right here, I heard everything. So take this, go, and the kids will have to see it themselves, so go cut yourself. I have a question, are you insane? And if you're wondering, yes, this is the same doctor that works for All for One, so yes, he is pretty much evil. Evil Knievel. So, Deku would go to school and Katsuki would ask him, "Hey, what's your quirk, Deku?" Well, Deku would take out a knife. I'll have to cut myself to show you. I'm sure it's not that bad. Come on, as Deku would slit his wrist. Oh, I was told that you die. Not with me. First of all, with my quirk, the more blood that does come out of me, the better. And second of all, I can't bleed it out. Now, Katsuki, the way this works is, the more blood that comes out of me, the stronger I get and people who I want to get stronger get. So, try and use one of your explosions. As Bakugo would aim up, and boom! A giant blast. Whoa, cool. But if I stop the blood, try again, only sparks would come out this time. Ah, I see. What if I just bully you until you bleed? Well, you see how my quirk works is if I want you to get stronger. So if I don't want you to get stronger, you won't get a bonus. So it has to be out of my free will. Oh. As the years would go by, people really, well, most people, except for Bakugo, he loves the kid. Mainly because being around him and being nice to him, Deku could turn his bombs into nukes. But most people just don't like him. Mainly because of his whole bleeding quirk. But he doesn't really care. Hey, Katsuki. Yeah, Deku. Where are we going now? McDonald's. Do you want me to... Do you want me to cut myself there? I want to blow off the sign, so yeah. What did they do to you this time? They wouldn't give me an ice cream, even though I saw their ice cream machine was in perfect condition. Isn't McDonald's ice cream machines always broken? Yeah? But one of the people that worked there literally walked up and poured some ice cream for themselves. So I'm blowing that building to smithereens and I need your help to do it. Those bastards. As they would just go to McDonald's and turn it into I'm loving it, into there's nothing. As they would both make a run for it. No one would expect the kid who's best friends with the kid that has to cut themselves to use their quirk. No one would suspect them because most of the time people really don't want him to use his quirk. Except for Toga. Like, Deku just encounters this lady making people bleed. 1 minute. So in any case, Deku just encounters this lady who is in an alley filled with people bleeding and she's just having a baller time. She looks at Deku and throws knives at him. Deku is completely unaffected. Deku removes the knives and just looks at her like, really? Really? Actually, I completely forgot a step. Completely forgot a line that she says. Ooh, you look like you would bleed good. Just imagine I said that before I said the whole wheelies and the knives. So, Deku is like, really? You're not even doing a good job. She's like, what? 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 Yeah. You should use serrated knives and aim for the wrists. And go for the wrists. She's just astonished that this random person knows so much about blood. So she's head over heels. So you're a blood enthusiast? No, I just use blood to activate my quirk. Ooh, do tell. I can't believe I'm actually having a conversation with a psychopath that seems to like blood. So in any case, I get stronger, and people who I want get stronger at the cost of me bleeding. Luckily, I can't bleed out, and I have a minor form of regeneration. But yeah, it comes at a sacrifice, which is also conveniently the name of my quirk. You have the next 3 seconds to run before I call the cops. You're a buzzkill. What a buzzkill. Toga would just run off. Deku only pulled out one knife, which was in his stomach. Others are in his arms and legs. He's just walking down the street with them. Bakugo comes to him like, it looks like you've been using your quirk a lot. No, there was just this random lady with cat eyes, blonde hair, head bangs. She was making a bunch of people bleed out and was having an absolute the time of her life whilst doing it, and then threw a bunch of knives at me and ran off. Bakugo's like, what? I know, right? Deku pulls out the knives in his body. Almost completely forgot to remove these. How are you like this? How do you completely forget to remove knives that are on your body? Guess I must have gotten used to it. You know, I actually thought this would... I didn't think this would go so cheerily. I thought this would be a lot more brutal. But hey, At least I don't have to put a restriction on it. So, Deku comes home and his mom and goes like, "You've been using your quirk a lot today, haven't you?" "Nope, random lady. She was a villain. She liked making people bleed, and she threw a bunch of knives at me and ran away. Once she realized I wasn't bleeding out. Looks like she wanted to kidnap me, but I told her what my quirk was and she ran off. And I'm ending this off here. Goodbye, my lovely, lovely audience. I have to post all of these."